Welcome to Ron's Garage this Tuesday afternoon. Sorry about all the grime. I just got done using the buffing wheel for the last couple of hours, so I probably got stuff all over me. Hey, I got an unboxing today. I know I seriously dialed back on the purchases and unboxing, but this one was a prime opportunity for me to acquire something I found very interesting. And I'm allowed to because I sold 4 horns this month, so I can get one for 4. So let me show you what I got here. Okay, it's already out of the box. And you can see it's got this really pretty tweed case. And it looks very circa 1950s, maybe even 1940s. But the horn on the inside looks like it's post-World War II. It has a 10-inch screw. And it looks quite nice, actually, if you look at it here. You know, there's the 10-inch screw up here. You have nickel up here, nickel sleeves at the top of the slide, which is very common amongst the pro horns. With con, you get down to the bottom here, and they have this, side-saddled water key, which I found on a few Martin committees. I'm not sure. This looks like kind of like a modern-day Kingpin, the Kingpin, Marvel Comics, but I'm not sure. We got the nickel ferrules, and then we move down here to the bell. And the bell design actually reminds me of Reynolds because it's a little squared off here, and then it has the center weight. But this is soldered in. This isn't removable. So we got the nickel in the middle here, and these are nice heavy braces. We come down here. There's some more nickel. Nice heavy brace, big flange for good resistance points. There was a couple little dings and dents in the bell that I took out, and the metal here is nice and thin. It's unlike the horns of the day, which were thicker. Because they were more desirable to have that darker, more supported sound for big band and radio broadcasting. But this one's pretty thin, almost as thin like the student horns. I'm a little confused as to what this model was intended for. Could be a student, could be intermediate, could be professional. I don't know. But you're like, well, what brand is it? Well, here we go. Look, it's a Carl Fischer Senator, and you're like, Carl Fischer? Well, here's a brief history. Carl Fischer was a brass repair guy who established his business way back in 1872. And by 1923, he had handed his company over to his son Walter. But prior to that, he discovered that the money for the business for him wasn't in instrument repair. It was in music licensing and music production, paper music production. So he started his company of Carl Fischer Music. Walter took over and continued to build the company as a music publisher, and you've probably heard them before in terms of Carl Fischer or maybe even Walter Fischer. But interestingly enough, Walter was instrumental in importing European instruments from like Buffet Crampon and Courtois and Besson and a few other places like that. In 1940, the Fischer Company bought York, which made some really nice trombones at the time, and the York sound around 1940. And then the company still exists today as a music publisher. The name Carl Fischer has been around for a very, very long time, like almost a century and a half here. And this horn has his name on it. My guess is it was probably a Stencil horn. Might be York. I don't know. It doesn't look like a York to me. It looks, like I said, it looks kind of like a Reynolds. But I have to do some more research. But anyway, just thought I'd share that with you today as I get it all dolled up and take the little grab spot out of the slide because it's probably dinged from somebody smacking it with a bell. And I'll do a play demo on it. But yeah, so Carl Fischer Senator. Kind of cool. Vintage. I like it. Hope you like it too. Signing off. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.